the peculiar musicians that make us shake our head. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 weird bands. For this list, we're focusing on bizarre music groups with unique musical concepts and public personas. To be clear, we're not saying any of these bands are bad, but that they're typically a bit more bizarre than your average mainstream bands. We will also be excluding comedy bands, as they tend to be weird for the sake of being funny. Number 10. Death Grips. Unless you're already a fan, you've probably never heard a hip-hop band quite like this. Fueled by the chaotic rhymes of Stefan Burnett, aka MC Ride, the Sacramento-based Death Grips emerged in 2010 with an alien-like sound and music videos that instilled a deep sense of paranoia in some viewers while inspiring other visual artists of the same creative likeness. Critics have generally praised their studio albums, but one might get the impression that Death Grips could care less about what people think. In addition to having a history of not showing up to their own shows, they announced disbandment in 2014 despite releasing new material and going on tour shortly thereafter. Number 9. Mr. Bungle. "25 years before Death Grips hit the music scene of Northern California, this funk metal band was formed in honor of a 50s educational film.
Miss Brown said it was time for the children who ate in the cafeteria to go to lunch. She hoped there weren't any Mr. Bungles in this room.
With a mixture of ska, funk, and jazz, the teenagers of Mr. Bungle developed a unique sound and thrived on the vocal style of lead singer Mike Patton, who would simultaneously front the Bay Area band Faith No More. By the early 90s, Mr. Bungle had developed a knack for abstract live performances, and a long-standing feud with the Red Hot Chili Peppers led to an infamous 1999 concert. But due to their own personal issues, Patton and company ultimately disbanded in 2000. Number 8. Babymetal. 5 years ago, the members of this thrashing band didn't know what the heck metal music was, but their natural cuteness made them perfect for an unlikely fusion. And so, a group consisting of 3 Japanese teenage girls was formed, and they were given the monikers Su Metal, Yui Metal, and Moa Metal. Their 2012 music video for Headbangya focused on a young girl who learns to headbang thanks to a magical corset. And just 2 years later, Babymetal made their American debut at Hollywood's Fonda Theater. With inspirational lyrics and adorable looks, these girls are revolutionizing the metal genre whether you like it or not. Number 7. G.G. Allin. The phrase sex, drugs, and rock and roll has long been a staple of the rockstar lifestyle. However, G.G. Allin took it to another level. Born Jesus Christ Allin, during the last interview before his death at the age of 36, Allin proclaimed himself as the Messiah. Well, he was most certainly the leader of his own special brand of entertainment, if one enjoys watching their favorite singer eat feces, bleed on stage, and assault audience members.
She said you're gonna die when you die, you're gonna die.
Allin played with numerous backing bands over the years, including the Texas Nazis, AIDS Brigade, and the Murder Junkies before his 1993 death from a heroin overdose. The music was weird, and the man behind it was even weirder. Number 6. Primus. Starting their unique style of alternative metal in 1984, yet not releasing anything major until 1989, Primus became a major influence on the nu metal genre that would emerge by the late 1990s. With an offbeat sense of humor, Primus earned themselves a devoted following, including Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who asked the band to record the original theme for South Park.
I'm going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time.
Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation.
Their 1995 track, Winona's Big Brown Beaver, led to a Grammy nomination, and after a brief breakup, Primus continued on with their psychedelic polka sound.
Winona loved her big brown beaver and she stroked him all the time. She picked her finger one day and returned to her smiling porcupine.
Number 5. Ween.
When you laugh, kiss your baby, bye, bye, bye.
Don't you just love to say it? Well, believe it or not, this band name was the creation of 2 high school boys who combined the word wuss and penis.
Don't cut the mind, don't drain the source, yes.
As you might expect, their lyrics are trivial in nature, but the eclectic sound of Dean and Gene Ween was cultivated throughout the band's almost 30 years of existence. Musically inspired by Prince, the kids from Pennsylvania adopted Ramones-like monikers and proceeded to charm prospective listeners show after show. Maybe it was all due to the power of Boognish. Number 4. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. To label this band as experimental would be a huge understatement. However, they were most certainly unique. Who really knows what genre these guys fall under? But under the guidance of Frank Zappa, they traveled wherever the proverbial roads of invention and innovation took them. Their 1966 debut entitled Freak Out was only the second rock double album behind Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, also released in 1966. And they were actually discovered by Dylan's producer, Tom Wilson. Over the course of a decade, Frank Zappa and around 40 Mothers of Inventions would explore various genres of music, even after the singer was nearly killed by a fan in London.
A lot of what we do is designed to annoy people to the point where they might, just for a second, question enough of their environment to do something about it.
Yeah, like that. You think you can f with something like dust?
Number 3. Antwoord.
Yeah, what you mean, something like this?
Composed of rappers Ninja, Yolandi Visser, and DJ High-Tech, this South African rap rave group associates themselves with the Zeph movement, which entails looking fly even when you're piss poor. Rapping using heavy Zeph slang, Antwoord is definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but they sure do keep things interesting with their, memorable music videos.
Hold up, whoa, 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 wait a minute, Jesus Christ. Your mom and DJ High-Tech, shit, this motherfucker beat is nice.
Even so, mega producer Diplo laid down beats for their single Evil Boy, which ultimately led to a record deal with Interscope Records.
Evil boy, why you so mean, so big?
All the better to love you in love.
However, after a falling out with their new boss over creative differences, Antwoord established their own label and continued to play by their own rules. And it's probably better that way.
When you really need a hand, machine gun rapper. Yo, I'm bigger than. Koos kom bij zijn maas of poes.
Number 2, Guar. You might recognize this shock rock band from their aggressive stage costumes, or perhaps their even aggressive sounds.
We have no need for your crippled Christ, and we never lack for your advice.
With a musical ideology steeped in the science fiction mythology, these musicians created a brand that reached far beyond the stage. However, their live shows will surely leave a lasting imprint once you're splattered with fake blood.
You show the world just what you can do. What a waste! Not to destroy, complete war.
While rumors persist about the actual meaning of Guar, their record label website claims it stands for Guar. That makes sense, right? After the unfortunate death of David Brockie in 2014, the band was left without any original members, but they continue to perform for their legions and legions of admiring fans. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Turpentine erase me whole, who don't want to live my life alone.
We got a theory. You see, Mike, we got a theory about magic.
Number 1, Insane Clown Posse.
If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on.
Most weird bands are typically associated with a subgenre of music, and these Detroit gangsters are closely associated with horrorcore.
Come over here if you ever get through out. We got a place for ya, never will ignore ya. Got a hot plate and a drink, we're gonna pour ya.
Performing under their alter egos Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, members Joseph Bruce and Joseph Utzler wear Kiss-inspired wicked clown makeup while rapping about their hometown of Detroit. Insane Clown Posse famously feuded with Detroit rapper Eminem, and their fans, entitled Juggalos, take their lifestyle rather seriously. In fact, ICP even have their own music festival and professional wrestling federation. The entire concept of Insane Clown Posse may be disturbing to some, but their utterly weird personas continue to bring joy to their nation of Juggalos.
Take a look at this fine creation and enjoy it better with appreciation.
So, do you agree with our selections? What is your favorite weird band? For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.